Hey YouTube, Doug with D&E in the garage. Today is a very happy day. I got my EDC back, my Benchmade axis flipper. I sent it out for some warranty work, had some oxidation down there. I got them to sharpen it for me, not that I can't sharpen it myself, but sent it in to just get a tune-up. Life Sharp is part of the Benchmade service agreement there, lifetime. It took about a month round trip from the day I sent it to the day I got it back, but they reworked it. I mean, it opens perfectly. They put all new bushings in there for me. Like I said, they put a fresh grind on it for me. In the meantime, you may recall I was using this Leatherman. I did a review for it, and if you are interested, check out the card. That review will be up there. I'm not here to talk about this knife again. While this knife was gone, I used a couple different ones for my daily besides that Leatherman, and I started to question if I really need a daily knife that costs over $100. Let's leave it there. A Benchmade is going to cost you over $100, and some of them are going to cost you well over $200. And I started asking myself, is this really necessary? And so to explore that, I went on Amazon and I bought a similar knife. Now there are wild differences, but this knife right here on Amazon cost me $10. Spring assisted open, has a utility clip, it's a full blade, which you know I prefer. I really dislike those half combo blades, and you know, by all accounts it seems like this knife would do just fine. You know, I'm sure it's made, let's see, where was this bad boy made? Made in China, of course. You know, Benchmade is in fact an American product. These are made in Oregon. This one is not spring assist, it's just assisted open. There's 3 different ways you can open it. This is not an advertisement for Benchmade. This is not an advertisement against Benchmade. I just wanted to explore, like, what's so different about these two knives, you know? And do you need a $200 daily? You know, I guess the answer to that question is, do you approach a knife or any other item the way many Americans approach a car, as a status symbol? You know, when you pull out a Benchmade, what you are telling to people is, look what I got. You know, when you point out you've got a Benchmade, it's the truth. You know, you're paying for a name. Now, right off the bat, here are the differences. That it's not even like I discovered these differences. These are the differences, you know. Steel quality. Had this knife for almost exactly a year before it needed to be sharpened, or needed anything for that matter. Now this knife right here, as of today, plenty sharp. Alright. It is in fact hair popping sharp, as they say. It's certainly pretty looking. Alright, I wouldn't say that overall the weight is that much different considering the size difference. It's got all the modern amenities you'd want. Thumb open, back flip open. It is spring assisted. All you have to do is touch that and the thing just springs right open. It's got the utility clip. But this knife would never hold up the way this one did. Now, I'm not going to put this through a torture test because I don't see the need to. It goes without saying. It's a $10 knife. Alright? You can see right there, as I'm applying pressure to the knife, it's flexing right there at the pivot point. The mechanism inside is just not what this one is. Alright? I'll bet you that, and I'm not going to because I love this knife, but I'll bet you if I put all my force into it, I could not break this knife in half. And I'm telling you right now, you can see it. It moves, the whole blade moves from one side back to the other. Alright? And that's with minimal force. The blade. There is zero chance that this blade will hold up like this one did. I've cut through all kinds of things with this blade. I cut through cardboard, which, if you know anything about knives, is actually really detrimental to a blade. The small particles in cardboard are they dull your knife really quickly. And I cut strips for my fireplace when I'm going to start a fire. I cut open cardboard boxes. Sometimes at work I'll cut boxes to break them down. And this blade stood up for about 13 months before it needed to be sharpened. One time I was at the junkyard, Eric and I were trying to cut through some weather stripping, and we're hacking through it, and I didn't realize there was a strip of metal in there. You know, and I'm just running this blade along it. It was still sharp. I had it for another 6 months after that before I sharpened it. I guarantee in a week this would start to show its wear, and in a month there would be no blade at all. And yeah, of course, I could sharpen it, you know. You take it and you sharpen it, and that's what you do with a knife. I used to carry Gerbers, which I love. but they're similar to this. They are inexpensive and they need to be sharpened often, no problem. I guess what I'm getting at is you do get what you pay for. Sure, when you buy a Benchmade, you're buying that name. I'll tell you right now, it's like buying a Cadillac, it's like buying a Mercedes. Yeah, a little bit of it is the advanced engineering, but a whole lot of it is that name right there. And some of it is the Life Sharp program. You know, this knife, which means a lot to me, so much so that I wanted to take extra good care of it, I sent it to them, and for free, no questions asked. They sent me an email when they received it. They sent me an email asking what I wanted done to it. You can replace this clip. You can get the blade engraved if you really want to. You can replace the whole blade for like 50 bucks. They asked me what I wanted done to it. Then they sent me another email saying, hey, your knife is done. It's on your way back to you. I paid for shipping there. They paid for shipping back. That's a lot, you know. Just the shipping to get this thing back was probably more than this whole knife cost, you know. And they put it in a nice box. Not that this matters, but you know, they took some pride in what they were doing. They included another copy of the warranty, you know, that goes with this knife, which again for Benchmade is called Life Sharp. So to our original question, do you need a $100, $200 daily EDC everyday carry knife? Yeah, if you want one. That's my determination. I love this knife. I'll admit, I like the name. That's an American name right there. That name has history. Everybody, if you're into knives even a little bit, knows Benchmade. And you'll meet a lot of people who are into knives who know Benchmade who say it's not worth the money. Maybe they're right. To me, it is. All right? Just that Life Sharp program alone. Assuming I don't lose this knife, even if I break it off, somehow break through that almost quarter-inch metal, they will replace the blade. And I will have this knife in one iteration or another for the rest of my life. Now, I'm sure, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this knife. I'm going to put it in my tool bag and I'm going to use it at the junkyard for cutting through hose and stuff. And I'm sure it'll sit in the bottom of my bag for quite a long time until it gets lost or stolen or broken. And you know, once a year I'll take it out and I'll put a real fresh grind on it and it will again be that hair popping sharp, but it'll never hold a blade like this Benchmade will, you know. Am I endorsing Benchmade? You better believe I am. Am I telling you should go out and buy one tomorrow? I don't know. It took me many years of carrying a knife every day before I got one of these, and I didn't even buy it. Like I said, it was a gift, you know. I meant to buy one. It was something I would have bought. Before that, I carried a whole lot of knives like this, and directly before this I was loyal to Gerber, which I'm going to do another video on Gerber, because if you are looking for an inexpensive knife, hands down, point blank, Gerber, that's the way to go. What's the takeaway from this video? You can get a really passable knife online. All right, this thing came, it was prime item, I didn't even pay for shipping. Came in this fancy little box right here. $10, not even $10, I think it was $9. And this would be a fine everyday carry. But if you want a little bit more, a lot more, if you want an American name, a brand that's going to sell you a superior product, a brand that is going to offer you lifetime service that you will not find. I mean, where else do you find a lifetime warranty like that anymore? Nobody offers a lifetime warranty. They want to sell you the darn thing, planned obsolescence. They want it to break in 2 to 5 years and then sell you another one. Not Benchmade. Nope. And because of that, they have a lifetime customer. I'm looking at right now a fixed blade for bushcraft, for camping. I will buy that from Benchmade. And yeah, it's going to be $210 when I buy it, the one I want. But I know that if anything happens to it, they're going to fix it. That's how you get a lifetime customer. That is why Benchmade is able to charge $100, $200 for a knife. And that is why they will still be able to compete with little Chinese jobs like this. Again, not a bad knife, but Benchmade. That's where it's at. Alright guys, hope you found this video entertaining, maybe a little bit helpful. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think of Benchmade. Let me know what you think of cheap little knives like this. Let me know what you carry every day. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.